Snow Hill Village was buried under thick snow. The wind tore through the village like sharp knives. Lila, a 12-year-old girl, pulled her red scarf tightly around her neck. Her small boots sank into the deep snow with every step. Her mother had passed away the year before. Lila still remembered the warm hugs, the smell of fresh bread baking in the kitchen, and her gentle voice.
"Everything will be okay, my little one."
Now that voice was gone. Her father lay weak in bed, coughing and trembling. His sickness made him unable to work. Her younger siblings, Tom and Mina, huddled near the cold stove, shivering. The cupboards were nearly empty. Only a few potatoes, a small piece of bread, and a little milk remained. Tom's eyes were wide with fear. Then he whispered,
"Lila, what will we eat today?"
Lila swallowed hard. She tried to smile. She said,
"Don't worry. I will find something."
Her heart was heavy, but she needed to stay brave for them. After a tiny breakfast, Lila put on her worn boots, pulled on her red scarf, and stepped outside. The cold wind stabbed her cheeks, but she didn't stop. She had to find food for her family. Her first stop was the baker's shop. Warm golden light spilled from the window, and she could smell fresh bread. Her stomach twisted painfully. She imagined holding a warm loaf and sipping hot tea.
"Sir, can I work today? I can help with anything. Carry, sweep, clean."
The baker shook his head.
"I'm sorry, child. No work today. Winter is hard for everyone."
She nodded and stepped into the snow again, biting back tears. Next, she went to the tailor, then the blacksmith, then the candle maker. Every door answered the same no, no work, no food. Lila's hands grew numb. Her fingers stiffened from the cold. Her stomach ached. She sat on a frozen stone by the river. Snowflakes fell softly on her hair. Tears ran down her cheeks. But then she saw something that made her heart beat faster. Across the street, an old woman struggled with a bundle of firewood. The wood was heavy, her hands shook, and she almost slipped on the ice. Lila's eyes lit up.
"If I help old woman, maybe they can give me food or money."
She ran to the first house.
"Good afternoon, Mrs. Anderson. Can I help you carry firewood today?"
Mrs. Anderson smiled softly.
"Oh, my dear. Thank you, I cannot do this alone."
Lila carried the heavy wood into the cottage. The woman thanked her and gave her a warm loaf of bread and a few potatoes. Lila's stomach twisted with relief and happiness. Next, Lila walked to Mrs. Carter's home.
"Hello, Mrs. Carter. Can I help you with your firewood?"
Mrs. Carter said kindly.
"Yes, dear. I cannot lift it alone."
Lila worked quickly, shivering in the snow. When she finished, Mrs. Carter handed her a small bag of vegetables and a cup of hot tea. Lila felt her body warm for the first time. By mid-afternoon, Lila reached Mrs. Jenkins, who was baking bread. The smell of warm bread filled the air.
"Can I help you today, Mrs. Jenkins?"
She asked.
"You are so kind, dear child. Yes, please help me move the wood to the shed,"
replied Mrs. Jenkins. Lila carried the heavy branches, her arms aching. After she finished, Mrs. Jenkins gave her a fresh bun, a jar of strawberry jam, and 2 silver coins. Lila's heart swelled. She could almost imagine sitting by the fire with her siblings sharing the warm bread. Next, she walked to Mrs. Williams, who struggled near her gate with firewood.
"Hello, Mrs. Williams. Do you need help with your firewood?"
"Oh, bless you, child. I cannot do this myself,"
said Mrs. Williams. Lila carried the wood inside. In return, she received a loaf of rye bread, some cheese, and a silver coin. Finally, she went to Mrs. Thompson at the far end of the village. Lila worked as fast as she could. When she finished, Mrs. Thompson gave her 2 warm buns, a handful of dried apples, and a silver coin. On her way home, Lila passed the bakery again. The smell of warm bread hit her nose, and she almost stopped. Her stomach ached as she imagined a fresh loaf of bread and a cup of tea. But her basket was full, and she had to reach home. She smiled faintly. Her family would eat tonight because of her hard work. By late afternoon, Lila's basket was heavy with bread, buns, vegetables, cheese, jam, potatoes, dried apples, and a few coins, enough to feed her family. Tom and Mina ran to her.
Lila, you brought food. You really did it.
Her father lifted his weak head, his eyes shining with pride.
You are my brave girl.
He whispered. Lila hugged her siblings and looked at her father. Outside, the snowstorm raged, but inside their small home, warmth and hope filled every corner. They shared the food, sipped hot tea, and for the first time that day, the house felt alive with comfort, safety, and family love.